This video is brought to you by Vernal. This is the workspace I've always wanted. Clean, functional, and built around one centerpiece that completely changed how I work. Let me show you around. So I've spent the last few weeks completely rebuilding my desk setup, and I finally landed on something that actually supports the way I edit, shoot, back up, and run my entire creative workflow. This entire setup revolves all around the Vernal Executive Standing Desk and the accessories that come with it. Everything else built on top of that foundation. So today I'm going to take you through the full setup, product by product, and show you how I use it. So this is the centerpiece. This is the Vernal Executive Standing Desk. It's 72 by 60 inch L-shaped desk in Walnut, and it's easily the most functional piece of furniture I've ever added to my workspace. So generally an L shape will give you 2 different zones. I made the L shape give me 3 different zones. I've got my gear and storage zone, I've got my editing and working zone, and then I've got my analog zone. This zone right here, I could do anything like unboxing or work on a puzzle or something that I enjoy right here without using a screen or focused on making content or any work. This is kind of my play zone. I mean, it's a big desk, it's solid, and it instantly made my workspace feel more intentional. Standing desk features. It has 4 programmable height presets, so switching between sitting and standing takes 0 thought. I only use 2, but there's 4. I use 1 height for working, and I use 1 height for standing, just in case I want to switch it up. It's smooth, it's quiet, and it doesn't even wobble with everything running on top of it. One of the most underrated things I added were the caster wheels. I could actually move this entire desk away from the wall whenever I need to clean, vacuum, or access cables that are behind there. And then I can roll it right back into place, and when they're locked, the desk doesn't budge. I also installed these privacy panels all around, and they cover the open sides of the desk and instantly make the whole setup look more professional. They hide cables, they clean up any clutter, and they help the desk feel more finished. On the back, I added the black privacy screen. This hides everything from the back view. The NAS, the hard drives, the cable tray, all of it. It makes the workspace look good from any angle, especially when I'm filming. Underneath, Vernal includes this metal cable management tray. This is where I route all my power strips, chargers, docks, and extra cables. Nothing touches the floor, and when I pair it with the caster wheels, I can access everything without crawling around. For my 2 Apple Studio displays, I'm using Vernal's dual monitor arms. They're strong enough to handle the weight, they glide really smoothly, and they let me adjust the height the moment I switch between sitting and standing. They also give me back a ton of desk space and help with ergonomics when I'm working for long hours. And then there's the V-Series desk shelf, which is also walnut and it matches, and it's 47.2 inches wide. This is a good place for me to place my accessories and everyday carry items. It ties everything together visually. These are the 2 Apple Studio displays I use for editing. I love the color accuracy, the brightness, and how well they integrate with my MacBook. And because they're mounted on the Vernal arms, my entire workflow feels more flexible. So on this shelf is generally where I like to keep current items that I need, some quick access items. I've got my box opener, I've got my small rig tools. I place my iPad here, but also I've got my NAS and my backup system that I plug my hard drives into. And then right here, I generally have the projects that I'm gonna be focused on next. That way I can have it in front of me as I'm testing them out. And that's the shelf. All right, let's talk about what powers all of this. The MacBook Pro sits right here behind my display, and it pretty much powers everything that I do. It's close enough to where I can dock and undock and move to another room if I need to. This is the Orbitkey Desk Mat. It's large enough for my keyboard, mouse, and notebook, and whatever I'm sketching or planning. It has this rail system, so cables don't fall off the table, a section for pens and small tools, and a hidden layer underneath for receipts and quick access documents. And next to that right here, I have the Anker 3-in-1 wireless charger. I can drop my phone, my watch, and my AirPods here without even thinking. It keeps my main surface clean, and I don't have any loose charging cables. And then right underneath, I have my Samsung T9. I edit directly off my Samsung T9 SSD for speed and reliability. It lives right on the desk for easy access, and when I'm done with the project, I clone it and archive the footage. My NAS is the UGREEN DXP 4800 Plus. This is my main storage hub for photo libraries, long-term projects, and client backups. Keeping it on my desk means I can quickly swap drives or check on it without digging around underneath. I also have a dual HDD dock for my archive system. I plug in 2 drives and create redundant backups, a primary archive, and a mirrored backup. It's a simple system, but it keeps everything secure. Attached to my studio display, I keep an SD card reader with an adapter. This lets me offload footage instantly without needing to reach behind my screen, behind the computer, or a docking station. I just have it right there. Above my desk is my lighting rig. I'm not going to go into detail on this setup today, but it helps keep my lighting consistent for editing and filming. And then you'll notice on the walls right here and on the ceiling there, I also have these acoustic panels up here to reduce echo for voiceovers and calls. And then right here, you'll see beside my desk, I keep it covered with the camera gear that I use more frequently. So everything is always an arm's reach away when I need it. This setup works because everything is intentional. The desk is big enough for the way I work, the standing presets keep me moving, and the accessories help keep the space clean. And this workspace actually ends up being a space that I want to spend my time in, whether I'm editing, filming, writing, or designing. So that's the full tour of my workspace. If you want to check out the Vernal Executive Standing Desk or any of the accessories I mentioned, the links will be in the description. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.